I.
Or 11th, yeah.
It's
Hi.
the 11th, I think. It's Friday, March 11th.
We think.
Time for.
Farm Talk Friday.
It's Farm Talk Friday. I'm Ken Jordan. This is my beautiful wife, Giovanna. We are coming to you live from an undisclosed location. And, yeah. What's going on?
Well, we came into the big city for some supplies. And here we are.
Okay.
In a hotel room.
Giovanna posted some amazing photos this week. Some of them were of some beautiful sweet basil we have growing, and it made me think of future pesto we're going to make.
Yes.
And it made me start thinking about all the ways you can make pesto,
Yeah.
because we do it several ways.
You
So
do.
the main thing you have to have is fresh garlic and really good extra virgin olive oil and salt. Some Himalayan salt, maybe.
Hey, Jane just joined us.
Hey,
Hi,
Jane. Okay, but then after that,
We're talking about pesto.
yeah. Then after that, all bets are off because the traditional recipe is pine nuts, but we use almonds. We've used walnuts.
Yeah. So Ken's talking about all the different ways you can make pesto.
Yeah.
So different kinds of nuts. You can use different kinds of nuts.
And then if you don't have regular fresh sweet basil, you can do spinach. We've done our Okinawa spinach. We can use katuk that we grow. So pretty much anything green. Anyway, that's all I have on the pesto world.
Well, and a lot of times we make ours vegan because Ken can't.
No, wait, the cheese. You're supposed to use like Parmesan cheese normally, but we do it normally with some vegan Parmesan, or we do it with nutritional yeast, and we've also made it with like hard goat cheese, or sheep cheese, like a pecorino or something.
Because Ken just can't have cow dairy.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about the cow dairy.
Your body's not, yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, actually, I love cow dairy. I just can't have it.
Right. So, do you want to talk about the little bamboo garden that we have going? Because we have, I don't know, I'm thinking that our nursery, meaning, the plant nursery at our little farm piece, is looking really cute and amazing.
Yeah, it looks great because we have these little, it's not like a bamboo garden like we're growing bamboo, but we have these little bamboo planters hanging from 3 of the sides, right? 1,
Yes,
2, 3.
but each wall,
Yeah.
we've created a wall of bamboo planters, and we have lots of them now.
2, 3, 4, actually 4 walls of it.
Yeah, we do.
And they're really beautiful, and they're a great way to get plants started. And it's become sort of our
Hi, Kathy.
sort of our fresh greens pantry.
Yes. So we are attempting to grow, and we've been kind of successful with it in our little nursery, like growing arugula, like little microgreens, some lettuce, some kale. And I think part of it, first of all, like we're not trying to grow them to full size anyway. Like they wouldn't really fit in those bamboo planters. So it was about not creating microgreens, but just, like smaller leafed parcels. And so I don't know. It's just, I think that, not that there's less insects necessarily, but maybe that helps a little bit, but I think mostly right now it's that they're not in direct sun.
Yeah.
Like it's really harsh out there during our summer.
Yeah.
And so they do well because it's more shaded. So
Yeah, they're getting some direct sun and a lot of shade, which is great.
Yeah, or filtered sun because it's like a clear land.
And I do want to mention, and you have the details about our first Rancho Delicioso Community Market, which is coming up on March 20th.
Yes, Sunday, March 20th, we're having our first community market.
Tell me about that.
Okay, well, interesting that you asked, actually. Hello to Pauline. We have Kathy on. so exciting to see everyone jump on. Thanks for being here. Anyways, our community market, I just felt like it was time that we do something. So Ken and I have been working really hard on our piece for 6 years and like really, really hard for like 5 years. And now we're at a place where we can feel like a little bit more settled in, and the food forest is starting to put out more things aside from cashew fruit. And like we have lots of guanabanas right now. And, you know, we're coming into abundance, Ken's favorite word. And and so it's time to share. And, you know, Jasmine's been, you know, she was like the co-founder of the farm. So she's been doing it for a long time. She has a lot. And then Ken and I were one of the first people in. But even, you know, as we've trickled into the community, I think that everyone's kind of getting to this place where, you know, we can finally come together and offer things to each other instead of working so hard individually. And so I left the message to our organizing group this morning just to say, hey, you know, let's really make sure that our focus of this market is not necessarily to compete with the organic market that happens in our little local town on a Friday and the one that happens on Saturday, that we're trying not to emphasize the commerce and the consumerism, you know, even if it's like organic food and stuff. It's really more about like bringing the community together and sharing, gifting, sharing, not just trading. Yeah, just kind of more of that, the spirit of like the gift culture. So even if people just want to show up as participants, like maybe they can come up Burning Man style, like, what's your gift to the market? Hugs. Great. Instead of people thinking like, what am I going to go and sell? So yeah, I'm really excited to see what it is that people show up with. And what are you going to show up with, Ken?
Well, a few things. Going to show up with some Marignon jam. I've already said this before. This is the jam I make out of the cashew fruit. Not the cashew nut, but the cashew fruit. Also, maybe some fruit leathers from the same stuff. And maybe some Rosa de Jamaica jam sauce. I feel like there's something else, but I can't think of it.
Okay.
Oh, we've got to make something with all our frozen guanabana. Maybe we can make something with that.
Yeah, we'll check it out. I'm really excited to you know, just kind of educate. So I want to have like an eco brick demonstration happening where, you know, if I'm just not doing anything in a particular moment, I can just be packing eco bricks. People can ask me about my process. I want to have ideally some information about maybe some different plants that I work with. And so I had this idea, and I have a WhatsApp group for it called Club Jab. And Club Jab is it's for jackass bitters, or gavilana that they call it in Costa Rica. And I really want to encourage our community to do kind of like parasite cleanses quarterly. Like that's supposed to be something that we do on a regular basis because we're exposed to more things in our environment. So if you live in a city, you're not in the soil, you're not like eating the same things that we are. We're in this tropical environment. And so for us, it's really important that we attempt to, Ken, I don't know what's going on with him right now, but maybe he has parasites.
No, I just wanted to ask you if you knew that there were beneficial parasites as well.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, well, no, a parasite is like something that I don't think there are benefits. Like you're saying that there's symbiotic parasites.
Okay, we'll check this out later.
I mean, a parasite, I think by definition, like we're calling it a parasite because it's taking something from its host. If it was, if it had a symbiotic relationship, I think we'd call it something else. But
maybe it's eating bad stuff.
Anyways, it's good to be doing these cleanses, and so I wanted to have a fun way to do it, and I thought Club Jab, and I don't know like where the donkey. Oh yeah, Jackass Jackass was the donkey. So I have a donkey with like a really funny face, like, you know, like one of those donkey faces. Hopefully that won't be like the last image on this feed for our advertisement of this particular Farm Talk Friday. But yeah, so it has like a funny donkey face, and like one day I want to have like an artist make like funny donkey face, but like where he's doing karate.
Mm-hmm.
You know, combine those two images, and then that is Club
No,
Jab.
and he's just throwing a jab.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
okay. Ken is so brilliant. Has all the good ideas. So it's really, really bitter. And that gave me the idea of like, pow, jab, Club Jab. And so we do this thing where like I serve the jab and then we do the pow, pow. And then that's kind of like the advertising for it.
And the pow pow is kind of a release because it tastes so horrible. You need to go like this.
Yeah, that's right. So it's all good and fun, and so I think that will be a nice offering. And then I have these supposedly non-toxic mica powder eyeshadows that I'm going to be selling. Because, you know, we're on the farm, we're very farmy. I'm wearing makeup right now. I like to wear makeup sometimes. And, you know, there's many of us that are very festival-y. But as we do these things, you know, it's like, it's hard to look cute and sparkly and colorful in a non-toxic way. And so, like, let's be honest, you know, like there's so many, like sequins are plastic, glitter is plastic. It's like talk about microplastics, like glitter is like the worst, right? And you know, like even in a lot of eyeshadows that people wear, there's like super, super fine glitter in it. And so this is supposed to be just made out of like natural stone. So anyway, so it's just gonna be an option in case some of us want to get a little bit more colorful, that we can do it in a less harmful way.
All right.
Yeah, and then I have something to show.
Okay.
Okay, so I won't be making this, I don't think, for the community, but I have, this is my moisturizer, and I make it from cacao butter and oil. So I think for this one I used maybe some avocado oil, usually just whatever I have. So you take cacao butter, some oil that you like, and then some essential oil. So in this one I have frankincense, rose essential oil, and maybe some lavender. It smells really good. So on this particular batch, oops, whoa, I didn't put enough, I had to use my thumbnail right now to like scrape off some. I didn't put enough to make it whipped, so I have to kind of take my hands and warm it up. Sorry. It's kind of messy right now. I might have to redo my batch. I didn't put enough in. I didn't follow a recipe. I was inspired because when Ken and I went to Chile for the solar eclipse, I went to this nice, like, kind of organic, natural beauty store, and you know, I just kind of read the ingredients. I'm like, I could do that. Hers was way more whipped. And, you know, I guess the benefit of not having a whipped product is that this will last me so much longer, because if it's whipped, you just like take more and it feels good. Yeah, you slather it on. But it's a little annoying to have it kind of crumble and do this thing. So I might adjust it a little bit. But I just wanted to show you it's super simple. I love how it feels. It smells good, and it's super clean.
All right. Well, listen, that's going to wrap it up.
Yes. But I want to give some little shout outs. Jen Lawrence's birthday is tomorrow.
Happy birthday, Jen.
Your nephew.
My nephew Anthony's birthday is tomorrow. Happy birthday, Anthony.
Yeah, my Uncle Larry and Uncle Rick were last month. Uncle Scott is coming up, and the two boys. And Pippa, she just had her birthday. She's doing some really great things. She's one of our community members, and we're just really proud of her. She did some great things at a local kind of like sister. We're trying to create like a sister relationship with this other eco village called Zunia, And we're proud of her. So happy birthday, Pippa.
All right.
And that might be it.
Okay.
For now.
We will see you next Friday from the farm. For my wife, Giovanna, I'm Ken. Goodbye. Have a great weekend.